Hello friends, let me start with problems on accounting standard 19, right? Come to this video only after watching what's the theory part of AS 19. एक बार theory part पढ़ लो, then you please come to this lecture, right? So I'll be taking problems from your ICA material. There are very good questions. We can solve one by one, right? Start कर रहा हूँ sir. AS 19, question number 43. The questions are from ICA material. Write short notes on sale and leaseback transaction as per accounting standard 19. Now, if you remember, in case of sale and leaseback transaction, what is the worry all about, sir? The worry is all about how the profit or loss booking should be done in the books of seller, because the person who sells the asset is again taking back the same asset, right now. So, how to determine the profit or loss on a sale is the question, right? What is the treatment of it? Now, if you remember, in a case if the asset is sold and taken back on a finance lease, right now, let there be a profit, let there be a loss on sale transaction, it should be deferred over the period of what, sir? Over the period of finance lease, right now. So if you are using the asset under finance lease say for a period of 6 years, then the profit or loss should be deferred for a period of how many years? 6 years. Second case round, if you have sold the asset and taken back on operating lease, agar operating lease mein liya hai right now, then what we should do? The answer depends on how is the sale value, is it equal to fair market value? Matlab, is the sale value is equal to fair market value? Matlab, it's a genuine case right now. In that case, let the profit, let the loss on sale be transferred to what's our P&L account immediately. But in a case if the sale value is less than fair market value, कम करके बेचा है आपने, you have sold at very lesser price, right? Still you got a profit. That's nothing but sale value minus book value is resulting in what's a profit. The profit can be taken to P&L account immediately. But in case if there is a loss right now, then generally that loss should be taken to P&L account debit. But however, in case if there is an understanding between the seller and the buyer that I will sell the asset at low price, tomorrow when you give the asset back to me, you should charge lesser lease rentals, right now. In that case, the loss on sale is getting offset with what, sir? With the savings on future lease rentals. In that case, what you can do, sir? In that case, the loss should be deferred, right now. The last case is nothing but where the sale value is more than what's the fair market value. In that case, excess profit should be deferred over the lease period. याद है ना? So all that is already discussed in the previous video. If you just want to go through, please go through, right now. लिंक मैं ऊपर शेयर कर रहा हूँ, देख लेना उस वीडियो को. लिंक ऊपर दिया है, देख लो आप लोग, ठीक है? Apart from that, this is the first question, right now. That's a question on sale and leaseback. Most of this may not be tested in the exam because practical question will be tested in exam. Am I clear? Okay, आगे जा रहा हूँ. Explain the various types of leases. If you remember, leases are classified into two broad categories. One is called a finance lease and second is called what, sir? Operating lease. See, what is an operating lease? Any lease which is not a finance lease is taken as what, sir? Operating lease. Then what is a finance lease? If one or more of the following conditions are satisfied, then you can say the lease is classified as what lease? Finance lease. The first condition or the first situation is nothing but in the lease contract, there is an agreement that at the end of lease term, the asset would be transferred to whom, sir? The asset would be transferred to the lessee. That's the ownership of the asset is transferred at the end of what's the lease term. That's first case. Or second condition. Second case is nothing but there is no such obligation to purchase the leased asset, but an offer is made to whom, sir? An offer is made to the lessee to purchase the leased asset. खरीदने का offer है and the price is so low that it is reasonably certain that he will purchase the asset, right now. Third case is the asset is of so specialized nature that only who can use it? Only lessee can use it. Or condition number 4. Condition number 4 is nothing but the life of the lease period is almost equal to what's the economic life of the asset. Say a life of the asset is expected to be around 4 years and the lease term is also 4 years. In that case, you can classify the lease as what's the finance lease. And the last point is nothing but where the present value of MLP, that's called minimum lease payment, is almost equal to what's the fair market value of the asset, right? If these 5 conditions satisfied or any one of the condition is satisfied, then you can classify the lease as what's a finance lease. But remember, these 5 points that we have discussed are only illustrative in nature. You cannot say these are the only 5 conditions. It can be any other additional condition. The main point you should see is nothing but the risk and rewards. If the risk and rewards in a case of lease is with the lessee, then you can always classify the lease as what, sir? Finance lease, right now. तो वो सब डिस्कस किया है, आप लोग देख लेना है यहाँ पे. These all points are given here. You can just go through. Am I clear, sir? Same question number 45 is again repeated. Define the term finance lease. State any 3 situations when a lease can be classified as what, sir? Finance lease. Why 3? We know 5 conditions. Just we have discussed that, right? So it's a repetitive question. I am writing it here. Repeat what, sir? Question number 44. राइट, नाउ विल गो टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 46. जाते हैं सर. The annual lease rentals is how much, sir? 40,000 at the end of each term, at the end of each year. Okay. Lease period is how many years? 5 years. The guaranteed residual value is how much, sir? 1,40,000. The fair value at the inception of lease is how much, sir? 1,50,000. Matlab, if you don't want to go into a lease contract, if you want to purchase the asset, you can purchase the asset at what price, sir? 1,50,000. Interest rate is how much, sir? 12.6%. That's called interest rate implicit. At this rate, you can use the PV factors, right? The present value factors at 12.6% is how much, sir? 0.8. You know how this is coming? 1 divided by 1.126. If you keep on doing equal to, you will get the answer, right? Now, so first year factor, second year factor, third year factor, fourth year, fifth year, 5 year factors are given to you. Show journal entry to record the asset on finance lease in the books of what, sir? Lessee. See, if you remember, whenever the lease is classified as finance lease, you need to record the asset in the books of whom? We need to record the asset in the books of lessee. At what price? At lower of the following value. Then we'll start the solution. इसका एक बार solution start करते हैं. We'll start the solution for this, right? So what we'll do? Have a look, sir. I don't know. Question number is what? Question number 47, if I am not wrong. Right. We know in case of finance lease, right, the asset is recognized in the books of what, sir? In the books of lessee. At what value? At lower of the following values. At the lower of following amounts. That is nothing but A, present value of MLP, that's called minimum lease payments, uski present value, or B, fair market value of the asset at the inception of lease. At the inception of what, sir? At the inception of lease, right? Now, this amount or this amount, whichever is low, this is the value at which you will recognize the asset, right? Now, in the books of whom, sir? In the books of lessee. So going further, let's see. What we'll do determination of present value of MLP. So you're doing from whose perspective? From lessee perspective, right? Aram se karenge, there is no jaldi. Year is there. Cash flows are there, right? Na? First year, second year, third year, paisa pay kar raha hai na, right? Present value factors at the rate of 12.6%. This is called present value of cash flows, right? Now, see, always remember that whenever PV factors are given in the exam, you need to use the same PV factors, right? Now, see, using calculator, we can find out PV factors up to 4 decimals, 5 decimals also. But if the exam question gives you only 2 decimals, please follow that only. Am I clear, sir? So, कर रहा हूँ मैं, आराम से देखते जाओ. So, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, and one more time year 5. Why? Guaranteed residual is there. How much is the lease rentals, if I am not wrong, sir? 14,000 or 40,000? 40,000, right? So this is 40,000. This is also how much, sir? 40,000. This is also 40,000. This is also 40,000. ये भी कितना है, sir? 40,000 है. What is the guaranteed residual value at the end of lease term? 14,000. 14,000. Okay. What is the present value factors? PV factors at the rate of 12.6% is how much? 0.89. ध्यान से देखना है. 0. How much, sir? 79, 0.7, 0.622, 0.552, and last year also 0.552. Fifth year factor है ना. Now we can find out the present value of cash flows. Multiply कर देता हूँ, आंसर आ जाएगा. 40,000 into 0.89. 40,000 into 0.89 कितना रहा है, सर? 35,600. इसको M प्लस में रख देता हूँ. 0.79 into 40,000 M प्लस, it's 31,600. 0.7 into 40,000, 28,000. 0.622 into 40,000, it is 24,880. Okay, then 0.552 into 40,000, it is 22,080, and 0.552 522, is it 522 or 522? 552, 0.552 into 14,000. It is coming 7,728. Let me check the last amount, huh? That is 0.552 into 40,000. Is it right? Yeah, मैंने right लिया. Let me do the total of this. This is called present value of what, sir? MLP. कितना है देखता हूँ एक बार. 35,600 plus 31,600 plus 28,000 plus 24,880 plus 22,080 plus 7728. So put together it's coming 1,49,888. Therefore, if you carefully observe, if it is coming 1,49,888, therefore asset should be recognized in books of lessee at a lower of following values. याद है ना? At lower of following values. A is nothing but present value of MLP. How much is the present value of MLP? 1,49,888. Or B, fair market value of the asset at the inception of lease. What is the fair market of the asset at the inception of lease, sir? It is 1,50,000. In दोनों में whichever is low is the answer. Therefore, the answer is what, sir? The answer is 1,49,888 rupees. Am I clear, sir? So this should become your final answer. एक बार check कर लो sir एक बार. Right, is asking you to write the journal entry also, right? We'll write the journal entry, no? The entry should be nothing but what, sir? The entry should be leased asset account debit to what, sir? Lessor account credit. कितने value पे? The value should be 1,49,888. 1,49,888 rupees being asset recorded in the books of whom, sir? Being asset recorded in the books of lessee at lower of the following value, being present value of MLP or fair market value of the asset, whichever is low. Am I clear up to here? So this completes our question number what, sir? Question number 46. अच्छा है, important है, relatively important है, ठीक है ना? चलो, done with this question. I am going to the next question. This is very, very important question. This is mostly repeated. This is mostly repeated 12 times in exam. अभी तक 12 बार पूछ चुका है ये क्वेश्चन. देखते हैं आराम से, कोई जल्दी नहीं है, आराम से. BP Limited availed. I'm reading the question for you. Have a look, sir. Yeah, I'm reading the question for you. Have a look. BP Limited availed lease from NL Limited. The conditions of these lease terms are as under. The lease period is only how many years? 3 years. Super. The lease period is only how many years? 3 years. In the beginning of year 2010, for equipment costing 10 lakhs and has the expected life of how many years? 5 years. If you observe, the economic life of the asset is 5 years, but the asset is given only for how many years? 3 years. Thereby, you cannot say it can be a finance lease with this condition, right? Because the asset is not given for most of its economic life. That's point number 1. The fair value of the asset is how much, sir? 10 lakhs. Okay. The property revert back to the lessor on the termination of lease. Oh, there is no right given to the lessee to purchase the leased asset, right now. The unguaranteed residual value is estimated to be how much, sir? 1 lakh at the end of 2012. So 10, 11, 12. 2012 के end में how much is UGRV? The unguaranteed residual value is how much, sir? 1 lakh. 3 equal annual payments are made at the end of each year. Super. 3 साल equal payment कर रहा है, but how much is the payment we don't know, right? Consider internal rate of return of how much, sir? 10%. Now what is IRR? IRR is nothing but it's a rate of return at which present value of cash inflows will match with what, sir? Present value of cash outflows. This point is relevant from whose perspective? From the lessor perspective, because lessor is doing investment now. He is purchasing the asset and giving the asset on lease, right now. So how much is the internal rate of return for the lessor, sir? 10%. So this is the clue given in the question. ये clue है, sir. The present value of 1 rupee due at third year at 10% rate of interest, how much, sir? 0.756. That is, this is present value factor for third year. Yes or no? for third year at what rate of interest? At 10% rate of interest, right? That you can also do, sir. That you can do divided by 1 divided by 1.1 equal to 3 times if it, you will get the answer. The present value of annuity means 3 years ka total. The present value of annuity of 1 rupee due at the end of third year at 10% IRR is how much, sir? 2.4866. This is nothing but first year factor, second year factor, third year factor ka total hai. Do you agree? Annuity factors are nothing but what's the present value ke totals is called annuity factors, right? State whether the lease constitute finance lease and also calculate an unfinanced income. So if you observe, there are two requirements given to you. Question में दो है. Please find out whether the lease is a finance lease or not. That is one question. And second is also calculate what's sir unearned finance income. दो question है sir. एक तो है classification of lease and second is called nothing but unearned finance income find out करना है. Do you agree? थोड़ा क्वेश्चन रिलेटिवली हार्ड है, आई नो, बट विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व. व्हाट यू से, सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करते हैं. राइट, आई विल बी टेकिंग द नेक्स्ट पेज. आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन नंबर. द क्वेश्चन नंबर इज कमिंग 47. आराम से करेंगे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 47. सो लास्ट क्वेश्चन शुड बी विच वन? दिस शुड बी 46 देन. This should be 46 question number 47. आराम से करेंगे. See point number 1. What is given? Given internal rate of return is how much, sir? 10%. Super. Point number 2. Internal rate of return is that rate at which present value of cash inflows will be equal to, not exactly, will be equal to what, sir? Present value of cash outflows. So this point is relevant from whose perspective? This point is relevant from lessor perspective. See why lessor perspective? Lessor should first purchase the asset and then give to you on lease, right now. So internal rate of return is that rate at which present value of cash inflows matches with what's the present value of cash outflows. Okay, super. Now in the given question, what is the problem? The problem is inflows are not given. Given that the lease period is how many years? The lease period is 3 years. Super. In those 3 years, what is happening? The lease rent per annum is equal, but how much we don't know. Is there any guaranteed residual value in the sum? No, there is no guaranteed residual value. If you got a doubt, you can just have a look. Is there any guaranteed residual value? No. Okay. Is there any unguaranteed residual value? Oh yes. How much is the unguaranteed residual value? 1 lakh. This will come when? This will come at the end of third year. Super. Okay, ध्यान से कुछ नहीं है, सोचना है फर्स्ट. आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग व्हाट इज गिवन. पॉइंट नंबर 4. द फेयर मार्केट वैल्यू ऑफ द एसेट, दैट इज नथिंग बट द परचेस कॉस्ट TO2 लेसर, विच इज नथिंग बट आउटफ्लो. खरीद के तो आपको देगा ना. द परचेस कॉस्ट टू द लेसर विच इज नथिंग बट आउटफ्लो इज हाउ मच, सर? कितना दिया सर? फेयर मार्केट ऑफ द एसेट. द फेयर मार्केट ऑफ द एसेट टू द लेसर इज हाउ मच, सर? It is given at rupees 10 lakhs. Super. So that is given at rupees 10 lakhs. Now what we should do? Point number 5. What we'll do, see, we'll assume that the lease rentals per annum are equal, but how much are they? They are not given. Let me assume it is equal to what, X. I'm just assuming that the lease rentals are how much, X rupees बोल के assume कर ले रहा हूँ मैं. Okay. So what will happen? Nothing will happen. We know at IRR of 10%, present value of cash inflows will match with what, sir? Present value of cash outflows. आराम से सोचो, कोई जल्दी नहीं है. That implies we'll write here year 1 to 3 years and third year. I'll tell you why I'm writing. What is the cash inflow? The cash inflow is X rupees per annum, and in the third year there is an unguaranteed residual value. How much is the unguaranteed residual value? 1 lakh. Okay. व्हाट इज द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर्स एट द रेट ऑफ 10%? वो दिया है ना सर, 10% के पीवी फैक्टर्स कितना दिया है देखो, दे आर गिवन यू हाउ मच, यू नो, फॉर थर्ड ईयर इट इज 0.7513 एंड द फर्स्ट 3 years इट्स टोटल ऑफ हाउ मच सर, 2.4868. लिख देता हूँ यहाँ पे 2 point what sir, it's 2.4868. Sir, why you are writing 3 years? Because x into first year factor, x into second year factor, x into third year factor. So I can simply add 1 to 3 years factors ना, ये 3 साल का total है. And what is the PV factor for the third year sir? PV factor for the third year is 0.7513. तो लिख देता हूँ यहाँ पे 0.7513. Therefore, how much is present value of cash inflows? Present value of cash inflow multiply करता हूँ. It is x into, correct now sir? It is x into 2.4868. Okay, super. What about the last year? It is 75,130. So if I make a total, therefore how much is present value of cash inflows? The present value of cash inflows is nothing but 2.4868x plus 75,130. But what we know? We know at IRR, at internal rate of return, present value of cash inflows will match with what sir? Present value of cash outflows. Do you agree? So what is the present value of cash inflows? That implies 2.4868x plus 75,130 should be equal to what sir? Present value of cash outflows. This is nothing but present value of cash outflows. How much sir? 10 lakhs. That implies, so if I solve for this, that implies 2.4868x should be equal to, I'll send there 75,000. So it's 10 lakhs minus 75,130. कितना आ रहा है? It is coming 9,24,870 rupees. Do you agree? So that implies x is equal to divided by 2.4868. So that's coming 3,71,912 rupees. That's the value of x. These are nothing but what's lease rentals. आगे जाता हूँ समझाता हूँ, very important. Therefore x is equal to 3,71,912 rupees. ये है value of x. Therefore annual lease rentals, therefore annual lease rentals are rupees, how much sir? 3,71,912 rupees is the annual lease rentals. ये है आपके annual lease rentals. तो अभी तो सम स्टार्ट हुआ है. Come on. Now, how would you classify the lease as finance lease? Now, see, there are total 5 conditions to classify the lease as what's a finance lease. If you remember, classification of lease into finance depends on 5 conditions. Let me test those 5 conditions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. आराम से समझते हैं, कोई जल्दी नहीं है. कंडीशन नंबर 1, कंडीशन नंबर 2, कंडीशन नंबर 3, कंडीशन नंबर 4, कंडीशन नंबर 5. सुनना है. What is the first condition? The first condition is at the end of lease term the ownership will be transferred. In this problem the ownership of the asset is not transferred, so condition is not met. There is no such condition. There is an offer given to the lessee. Second condition, there is no such condition, but there is an offer given to whom sir? Lessee, to purchase the lease asset. In this sum there is no such offer given. No. Third point is nothing but the asset is of so specialized nature that only lessee can use it. In the given question there is no such point given. ऐसा कुछ भी point नहीं दिया इस question में, that the asset is of so special nature बोल के. So even this condition is also not met. Fourth condition is nothing but what, you know, the asset is given for most of the economic life. See, if you observe in this problem, the life of the asset is 5 years and the lease period is only how many years? 3 years. Thereby the asset is not given for most of its economic life. No. The fifth condition that we need to check is nothing but the present value of MLP is almost equal to what sir? Fair market value of the asset. ये है आपका 5वां condition that we need to test. So this condition has to be tested. ये अपने को test करना पड़ेगा. So we need to test this condition. Shall we test this condition? This condition you are testing from whose perspective? This we are testing from the perspective of whom sir? Lessee. So we will test this sir. Next, determination of present value of MLP. Now what is MLP? If you remember, MLP is nothing but lease payments plus guaranteed residual value, right now. So I'm just finding it out. Year 1 to 3 years, third year. I'll tell you why. Third year for what? Third year for guaranteed residual value. So what is the cash flows? The cash flows are nothing but each year how much is the lease rental, sir? It's 3,71,912 rupees. 3,71 kya? 3,71,912 rupees per annum, right? Any guaranteed residual in this sum? No, there is no guaranteed residual value. Thereby the answer is what, sir? Nil. Okay. So present value factors at the rate of what, sir? 10%. P factors at the rate of 10%. Because first year, second year, third year factor put together, they have given the totals to us. It's 2.4868, right now? It's 2.4868. And third year factor is how much, sir? Third year factor is 0.7513. 0.7513. So now we'll do. Therefore, present value of cash flows, which is nothing but MLPs, it is 3,71,912 into 2.4868. So it's first year factor, second year factor, third year factor का total है ये, right now. So it's coming 9,24,870 rupees. And any guaranteed residual value? No. So answer is nil here. Therefore, how much is the present value of MLP? The present value of MLP is 9,24,870 plus nil. So it's how much, sir? 9,24,870. Now, if you observe, the present value of MLP, it is almost equal to fair market value of the asset. In that case, the lease can be classified as what, sir? Finance lease. Therefore, in the given problem, what I'll do, I'll take in the next page. Right. In the given problem, how much is the present value of MLP? The present value of MLP is coming how much, 9,24,870. 9,24,870. Super. And also, what is the fair market value of the asset? The fair market of the asset is how much, 10 lakh rupees. 10 lakh rupees. If you observe, the present value of MLP is almost near to what, sir? Fair market value of the asset. Thereby the lease can be classified as what, sir? Lease can be classified as finance lease. Thereby you can classify the lease as what, sir? It can be classified as finance lease. समझ में आ रहा है? This completes one question. एक bit हो गया अभी. There is one more thing that they have asked in the question if you observe. See, first thing they have asked you is nothing but provide the classification of lease that I have done as finance lease. They also ask you to find out what's unearned finance income. Now, what do you mean by unearned finance income? Who is earning interest income here? The lessor. Do you agree? So we'll understand that, sir. We'll find out unearned finance income. How to find out? I'll explain you. Have a look, sir. Unearned finance income. वो कैसे find out करते हैं बताता हूँ. Unearned finance income. Each year they did not ask. In total they are asking. See, have a look, sir. What is unearned finance income? Unearned finance income is nothing but comparing the inflows with the investment made. Do you agree? Have a look, sir. Unearned finance income is nothing but gross investment or gross inflows minus present value of outflows, or you can say also say present value of 1 minute. So unearned finance income is nothing but what, sir? Gross inflows. वो तो बोला ही मैंने. Minus present value of what, sir? Inflows बोलेंगे, better रहेगा. Minus present value of what, sir? Inflows. Don't be in a hurry. आराम से पढ़ा देता हूँ. सुनो यहाँ पे. Better I'll write it again. I'll erase and write. So it is unearned finance income is nothing but interest income. Who is earning this income? The lessor is earning this income. Suppose if I give you 10 lakh rupees as a loan and you make a repayment of total 13 lakh rupees during the whole loan period. How much I have earned? 3 lakh rupees. Very simple, right? This 3 lakhs is called nothing but what, sir? Unearned finance income. So gross inflows minus present value of gross inflows. सुनना है, कोई जल्दी नहीं है. So how much the gross inflows? We'll do step by step. Gross inflows are what, you know? Gross inflows are 3 here. One is called lease payments, guaranteed residual value, and unguaranteed residual value. How much the lease payment? You know, lease payments are coming how much? Lease payments are 3,71,912 rupees each year. So it's 3,71,912 rupees into 3 years, which is how much, sir? कितना रहा है बोलो? 3,71,912 into 3 कितना रहा है? It's coming 11,15,736. Any guaranteed residual value? No. Any unguaranteed residual value? Answer is yes. How much is the unguaranteed residual value? 1 lakh. Therefore, how much is the gross inflows? पूरा कितना recovery हो गया lessor का? Lessor got a recovery of 11 lakh. I think I can write directly. It's 12 lakh 15,736 is the gross inflow. Now, what is the present value of gross inflows? अब ध्यान से सुनो. The present value of gross inflows is nothing but I'll write here if you want. Year, that's called 1 to 3 years, and third year. Third year, again I'll write third year. I'll explain why. First third year is for guaranteed residual value. है ना भाई? The next time third year is nothing but for what, sir? Unguaranteed residual value. What is the cash inflow each year? The cash inflow each year is coming how much, you know? 3,71,912 rupees. GRV है क्या? नहीं है. UGRV है? हाँ है. So what is the PV factors at the rate of 10%? We already know the PV factors at the rate of 10%. How much is that, you know? यहाँ पे दिया था ना ये लोग, ये है ना? Yeah, this one and this one. 2.4868. It's 2.4868, and for third year is how much, sir? For third year is 0.7513. It's 0.7513. So if we find out present value of cash inflows, कितना आएगा देखते हैं. Let me find out the present value of cash inflows. कितना आ रहा है? It is coming 3,71,912 into 2.4868. I know the answer, but still 9,24,870 rupees. And this is how much, sir? 75,130 rupees, right now. So put together it's coming how much, you know? Plus 75,130. It is coming exactly 10 lakhs. This is called present value of gross inflows. Therefore, how much is unearned finance income? Therefore, unearned finance income, interest yaar. Unearned finance income is nothing but what, sir? Gross inflows to the lessor minus present value of what, sir? Gross inflows. कितना पैसा है उसका present value कितना है? कितना पैसा है सर? Gross inflows कितना है? It's यहाँ पे दिया है ना, present value of gross inflows कितना है बोलो? It's 12,15,736. So it is 12,15,736 minus how is the present value of gross inflows? Present value of gross inflows is 10 lakhs. Therefore, how much is unearned finance income? The unearned finance income is 2,15,736 rupees. That's the unearned finance income. Do you agree? Therefore, we'll write conclusion now. कितना बड़ा सम है ना? Conclusion is two things. A, the classification of lease is that of what lease? Is that of finance lease. And the second thing that you need to remember is unearned finance income earned by lessor is how much, sir? 2,15,736 rupees. मतलब इस पूरे contract में the lessor has made how much money? He has made money of 2,15,736 rupees is the total interest earned by the lessor. Am I clear, sir? So this completes our sum. Just you can have a look at your ICI answer also once. Yeah, 2,15,736. 1 rupee here and there does not really bother. Am I clear, sir? And the lease is also constituted as what lease, sir? The lease is also constituted as what lease, sir? It's constituted of finance lease. Am I clear? So these are the two answers given by your ICA. Am I clear? See, on this basis there are many sums which are there. Have a look, sir. I know it's very lengthy sum. If you want, you can pause the video, you can again go back and you can check the full video again, right? ना थोड़ा lengthy sum है पता है मुझे, but it's really important. ये very important sum है. I am writing here. Based on question number 47, how many sums are there? Just have a look, sir. Same. This is again what, sir? This is same as question number 47. So I am not solving it. You can solve on your own. This is same as question number 47. मैं नहीं सॉल्व कर रहा, देख लेना आप लोग, ठीक है ना? दिस सेम एज क्वेश्चन नंबर 47, राइट? आगे जाता हूँ. Yeah, even this is same as question number 47. So I am not solving it. You can solve on yourself. ये आप खुद सॉल्व कर सकते हो, राइट ना? ये भी क्वेश्चन नंबर 47 है. दिस यू कैन सॉल्व बाय योरसेल्फ. Even this is same as question number 47. चेक कर लो आप लोगों ने, तो सॉल्व करके देख लो. Even this is same as question number 47, right? Not yet done. So these are the questions which are repetitive in nature, right now. So 54, 53, 54, 53, 54, 53, which two sums? 48 and 47. So I'm writing here. 47th क्वेश्चन के साथ आप क्या क्या सॉल्व करोगे बताओ मुझे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 47, क्वेश्चन नंबर 48, क्वेश्चन नंबर 53 एंड क्वेश्चन नंबर 54. दिस 4 क्वेश्चंस आर सेम. ये चारों क्वेश्चन सेम है, आप लोग सॉल्व कर लेना. दिस आई हैव सॉल्व्ड, 47 आई हैव सॉल्व्ड. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू, रेस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस यू कैन सॉल्व बाय योरसेल्फ. सेम मॉडल लेवल के, राइट ना? अदर प्रॉब्लम्स नॉट आई विल टेक नाउ इटसेल्फ, राइट? शैल आई मूव फॉरवर्ड, सर? आगे जाऊँ? So this is the question, sir. 46 हो गया, 47 भी हो गया. आगे जा रहा हूँ. Now I'll go to question number 48 तो हो गया ना, तो let me go to question number 47 हो गया, 48 भी हो गया. Let me go to question number 49. I'm going to question number 49. Shall I? Question number 49 देख लेते हैं एक बार. Lessee Limited took a machine on lease from Lessor Limited. Okay. The fair value being 7 lakh rupees. Super. Asset की fair value कितनी है? 7 lakhs है. The economic life of the machine as well as lease term is how much, sir? 3 years. Super. At the end of lease term, the Lessee Limited pays rupees 3 lakhs. At the end of each year, Lessee Limited pays how much, sir? 3 lakhs. Okay. So these are lease rentals at the end of each year. First year, second year, third year. 3 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh. The lessee has a guaranteed residual value of how much, sir? 22,000 on the expiry of lease to the lessor. लेसी ने लेसर को कितना गारंटी दिया है एट द एंड ऑफ लीज टर्म? 22,000, राइट? सुपर. हाउएवर लेसर लिमिटेड एस्टिमेट्स दैट द रेसिडुअल वैल्यू एट द मशीन कुड बी ओनली हाउ मच, सर? 15,000. वो उसका एस्टिमेट है. सी एस्टिमेट इज लोअर देन द गारंटीड अमाउंट, राइट? ओके. द इम्प्लिसिट रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज हाउ मच, सर? 15% पर एनम. सो मतलब डिस्काउंटिंग 15% से करना है. The present value factors at the rate of 15% is, this is first year factor, this is second year factor, this is third year factor. What they want, calculate the value of machine to be considered by Lessee Limited and the finance charges in each year. अगर आप ध्यान से देखो, there are 2 questions. They are asking you find out the value of the machine to be recognized, and second is finance charge बोल रहा है. Charge मतलब it's an expense for whom there is an interest burden here. The interest burden is on whom, sir? Lessee. So there are 2 separate questions here. We'll solve one by one. कोई जल्दी नहीं है, आराम से करेंगे. Shall we start, sir? This is which question I forgot? This is question number 49. आगे जा रहा हूं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 49 सॉल्व करना है, करते हैं एक बार. देयर इज नो हरी, वी विल डू वन बाय वन. सी, हैव अ लुक, सर. व्हाट इज गिवन? गिवन इज the lease period is for how many years? It's for 3 years. Okay. What is the lease rent? It is 3 lakhs per annum. Okay. How much is the guaranteed residual value? It is 22,000. Okay. What is the rate of interest? Rate of interest is 15% per annum. That's the rate of interest. Now what he wants, sir? He wants you to classify the lease. That's called finance lease is already given. We need to find out the value at which it should be recognized. If you remember, in case of lessee, in case of finance lease, the lease asset is recognized in the books of whom, sir? In the books of lessee at lower of the following value. What is that value? Present value of MLP or fair market value of the asset, whichever is low. याद है ना? So what we'll do? I'll write here one more thing. What is the FMV of the asset, sir? I don't remember, I need to check it. The FMV of the asset is how much, 7 lakhs. दिया ना यहाँ पे, ये रहा. It's how much, sir? 7 lakh rupees. I'll write here. 7 lakhs is the FMV of the asset. So what I'll do, first I'll find out the present value of minimum lease payments. Now what is MLP? If you remember, MLP is nothing but lease payments plus guaranteed residual value. Remember now? So one by one we'll do. Year, first year, second year, third year, one more time third year. Why one more time third year? For guaranteed residual value, right now? Okay. What is the cash flows? The cash outflows each year are how much, sir? 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs. And the third year end is how much, sir? 22,000. Okay, super. That's the cash flow. Next, present value factors at the rate of 15%. This is how much? On VAS or PV factors if I am not wrong. What are the PV factors given if I am not wrong? 0.869. Check कर लेते हैं एक बार. 1 divided by 1.15. 0.869. 0.756. 0.657. Am I clear, sir? So I'll take these three factors. 0.869 लिखना पड़ेगा ना. 0.869. 1 divided by 1.15. 0.756. 0.657. Third year end also 0.657. Therefore present value of cash flows, which is called nothing but MLP. करेंगे धीरे धीरे करेंगे. There is no hurry. It is 3 lakhs into 0.869 है ना. It is 2,60,700 rupees. Okay. Then it is 0.756 into 3 lakhs है ना भाई. It is 2,26,800 rupees. Very good. 0.657 into 3 lakhs. It is 1,97,100 rupees. And fourth one is 0.657 into 22,000. याद है? 14,454 rupees. So if I do total of all this four, it is coming how much, sir? It is coming 226,800 plus 1,97,100 plus 14,454. It is coming 6,99,054. This is called nothing but what this is called present value of MLP. इसको हम लोग बोलेंगे क्या सर? Present value of MLP. Therefore, the asset should be recognized in the books of what, sir? Lessee at lower of the following values, lower of the following amounts. Better. A is nothing but what, sir? Present value of MLP, which is equal to 6,99,054, or B, fair market value of the leased asset. What is the value of the leased asset? 7 lakhs. Whichever is low, therefore final answer should be what, sir? It should be 6,99,054. Do you really feel the question is complete? No. See, this type of mistakes happens in exam. You feel ho gaya? No. What we have done is we have answered this point. He is also asking you to find out what's the finance charge. Finance charge matlab interest expenditure कितना है each year. Finance charge, the two each year is asking. हर साल का खर्चा कितना है, इंटरेस्ट कितना है. You remember hire purchase? That way we can do here. I'll explain you how बोल के. I'll explain. Right. Determination of finance charge. Determination of what, sir? Finance charge. From whose perspective? Lessee perspective. See, finance charge matlab what is the interest burden right now? Have a look, sir. Year, सुना आराम से. First year, second year, third year. What is the amount outstanding at the beginning of each year? Okay. What is the rate of interest? The rate of interest is 15% per annum. Okay. Okay. How much is the installment paid? I am using the term called installment paid, and thereby amount outstanding at the end of each year. हर साल के आखिर में अमाउंट कितना आउटस्टैंडिंग है. देयर इज नो हरी, विल डू स्लो बाय स्लो. जस्ट अ मिनट. Yeah, I'll do slow by slow. See, what is the total amount outstanding at the beginning of the year, you know? This is 6,99,000. Because at this value only they'll write the entry now. They'll write the entry called machinery account debit, that's called leased asset account debit to lessor account credit. So how much is the amount totally payable to the lessor? 6,99,054. Am I clear? तो लिख रहा हूँ देखो. It is coming how much? 6,99,054. No hurry, सुनना है. Rate of interest is how much, sir? 15%. So it's coming 1,04,858 rupees. Do you agree? Out of this, how much amount is paid, sir? कितना amount installment pay कर दिया है? 3 लाख रुपए pay कर दिए. So if I remove this from 3 lakhs, so 6,99,000 plus 1,04,000 minus 3 lakhs. What is the total amount outstanding? It is 5,03,912 rupees is outstanding. So this will become second year's outstanding amount. It's 5,03,912 rupees. So aram se. What is the rate of interest again on this? 15%, which is 75,586 rupees. Super. So out of this again, how much amount is paid, sir? Out of this again, 3 lakhs is paid. So what is the amount outstanding again? The amount outstanding should be 2,79,498 rupees. You can do with me, okay? So it's again 2,79,498 rupees. On this again 15% interest. It is coming 41,924 rupees. 1 rupee here and there, or it can be 25 also. So it's coming again 3 lakhs if I remove. What is the total amount outstanding at the end of the third year? It's 21,423 rupees. Right now, sir, question is why this amount is coming towards the guaranteed residual value? Don't forget. So what is the total interest, sir? Therefore, the total finance charge. The total finance charge should be how much, you know? It should be 104,858 plus 75,586 plus 41,924. So it's coming 2,22,368 rupees is the total interest burden on whom, sir? On the lessee. Lessee के ऊपर first year interest, second year interest, third year interest इतना भर रहा है. Therefore, the total interest that he will be paying over a period of 3 years is how much, sir? 2,22,368 rupees. Am I clear? Sir, why this amount is outstanding, sir? This 21,000 is outstanding towards the guaranteed residual value because how much is GRV? 22,000. Remember? So this is how our interest is complete, sir. Right? ये हो गया अपना interest का point. Have a look at your IC answer also once. So this is the value at which the asset is recognized. Right now, how much it's coming, sir? 69,000. Sorry, 6,99,054. So this is the interest expenditure. 1,04,000, 75,000, 41,000. Each year interest hai ye. This is interest. Yeah, don't confuse with this. Tables are presented a bit differently. I started with outstanding amount right now. मैंने outstanding amount से start किया है sum. बोलो. Right. I am going to question number 50 now. Am I clear? Right. Question number 50. I think this is on sale and lease back. This question is on sale and lease back. There is no hurry. Very very good sum. Sale and lease back के ऊपर है sum. अच्छा सम है सर, देखता हूँ. This is what, sir? Sale and lease back, right? We will start. X Limited sold JCB machine, some machine here, having written down value of 50 lakhs to Y Limited for rupees 60 lakhs, and the same JCB was leased back by Y Limited to X Limited. So X Limited is the seller and Y Limited is the buyer. Again, Y Limited has given the same asset to X on lease. Okay. The lease is what lease? The lease is an operating lease. See, had it been a finance lease, the profit or loss on sale would have been deferred over the lease period. But because it's an operating lease, we got 3 cases now. 3 cases रहेंगे. They one by one will discuss. The sale price is 60 lakhs, which is equal to fair market value. If the sale is at fair market value, if the sale value is equal to fair market value, let there be a profit, let there be a loss. It can be taken to what, sir? P&L account. So ascertaining the profit, सेल वैल्यू कितना है सर? 60 lakhs है. बुक वैल्यू कितना है सर? बुक वैल्यू 50 lakhs है. Thereby how much is the profit, sir? The profit is how much? The profit is 10 lakhs. This you can take to P&L account credit immediately, right now. So second case, the fair value is 50 lakhs and the sale price is how much, sir? 45. I think I need to do this question separately. करना ही पड़ेगा अलग से. So what I'll do, I'll take this question somewhere else to do it. I'll do this question here for your better understanding, okay? यहाँ पे कर लेता हूँ, better रहेगा. Yeah, have a look, sir. यहाँ पे कर लेता हूँ. Yeah, software is bit new for me, so it's थोड़ा problem create कर रहा है. देखते हैं सर. Case by case we'll see the question, okay? Case by case we'll see the question. Have a look, sir. Right, first one, case number 1, sale value is equal to fair market value. If the sale value is equal to fair market value, let there be a profit, let there be a loss. You can transfer this to what's a P&L account. So what is the sale value? Sale value is 60 lakhs. What is the book value? Book value is how much, sir? Book value is coming 50 lakhs. Thereby how much is the profit? The profit of 10 lakhs. You can transfer it to what, sir? P&L account credit immediately, है ना भाई? P&L account credit लेके चल जाओ immediately. Am I clear? Case number 2 लेके आते हैं. The sale value is 45 lakhs, but the fair value is 50 lakhs. Second case is the sale value is less than fair market value. तब logically you have sold the asset at a lesser price. See, when you have sold the asset at a lesser price, you may get profit or you may get loss also. If you get profit, take the profit to P&L account credit immediately. But if you get a loss, think yourself, is there any agreement with the person who bought the asset that when he gives back the asset he will charge lesser lease rentals? मैं आपको कम में बेचूंगा, वही एसेट अगर मुझे आप फिर से दोगे, क्या आप मुझे लेस लीज रेंटल्स चार्ज करोगे? विल यू चार्ज मी लेस? If that is the case, the loss should be deferred. I don't think if there is any such agreement. Let's move further. So what is the sale value here? The sale value is 45 lakhs. What is the book value? The book value is 50 lakhs. So how much you got loss? The loss is 5 lakhs. This loss should be taken to P&L account debit immediately. आप P&L account को debit कर लो immediately, right ना sir? Case number 3. The fair value is 55 lakhs and the sale value is 62. What is happening, sir? The sale value is greater than fair market value. You sold it at really very high price. Market value से भी ज़्यादा में बेच के आए. तो what is the thinking? No hurry. How is the sale value? Sale value is 62 lakhs. What is the book value of the asset? Book value is only 50 lakhs. No problem. How much profit you got? You got a profit of 12 lakhs. But in this 12 lakhs, how much is the abnormal profit, you know? The abnormal profit is nothing but compare these two figures. You should have sold the asset for 55, but you are selling for what value? 62 lakhs. कितने में बेचना चाहिए था? 55 lakhs में बेचना चाहिए था. कितने में बेचे आप लोग? 62 में. तो कितना एक्स्ट्रा प्रॉफिट आया? 7 लाख रुपीज़ का एक्स्ट्रा प्रॉफिट आया. So what you need to do? In this 12 lakhs, 7 lakhs abnormal gain is there, right? 7 lakhs abnormal gain is there that you should defer. Right now? That you should what, sir? Defer. But whereas how much is the normal gain, sir? 5 lakhs is a real profit that you can transfer to what, sir? That you can transfer to P&L account credit immediately. You can transfer this profit to P&L account credit what, sir? Immediately. That's your third case. There's one more case left. Case number 4. The fair value is 45 lakhs and the sale price is how much, sir? 48 lakhs. Again you have sold it for a higher price. The sale price is 48 and the fair value is only 45. So case number 4 is again what you know. The sale value is greater than fair market value. Super sum. Again same bit. So I'll write here. Sale value is how much, sir? Sale value is 48 lakhs. Very good. And what is the book value, sir? Book value is 50 lakhs. So you got a loss. How much loss you got? Logically you got a loss of how much, sir? 2 lakhs. But if I am not wrong, this 2 lakhs got an abnormal gain of how much, you know? दिस 2 lakhs गॉट एन abnormal gain, बता देता हूँ, देखो यू शुड हैव सोल्ड द एसेट फॉर 45 बट यू हैव सोल्ड फॉर व्हाट वैल्यू 48, कितने ज़्यादा में बेचा, 3 लाख ज़्यादा में बेचा, राइट ना. सो दिस 2 lakhs got two elements. You got an abnormal gain of 3 lakhs and you got a real loss of how much, you know, you got real loss of 5 lakhs. check करके देख लो, because the asset which should have been sold for 45 lakhs you have sold it for 48, ज़्यादा में बेचे. had the sale been at 45 lakhs what would have been the loss would have been 5 lakh rupees, right now. So this loss you can transfer to what, you know, you can transfer to P&L account debit immediately. इसको immediately transfer को, this loss should be what sir, deferred. बोलो, this loss should be deferred. am I clear up to here sir? So this is one of the important questions sir, यहाँ पे लिख देता हूँ, very very important question. अच्छा important question है, पूछ सकता है एग्जाम में, केयरफुल. am I clear up to here sir? I am going to the next question. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में जा रहा हूँ, केयरफुल रहना. क्वेश्चन नंबर 51. Yeah, classify the following into either operating lease or what sir, finance lease. They're simply asking you classification. Classify the lease into what sir, operating or financial. देखते हैं, different cases are given, each case is independent. This is case 1, case 2, case 3 and case 4. First, lessee has an option to purchase the asset at lower than fair value at the end of what sir, lease term. See, when you are giving an option to the lessee to purchase the lease asset at the end of lease term, obviously will purchase the asset, right? So this can be classified as what lease sir, finance lease. Next, economic life of the asset is 7 years and the lease term is how much sir, 6 years, but the asset is not acquired at the end of lease term. See, out of 7 years if the asset is given for almost for 6 years, it is given for most of its economic life. Thereby I can classify the lease as what sir, finance lease. मैं इसको classify कर रहा हूँ finance lease की तरह. Next, economic life of the asset is 6 years, lease term is only how many years, 2 years, but the asset is of special nature that can be procured only for use of whom sir, lessee. See, the asset is not given for most of the economic life, but the asset is of so special nature that only who can use it, only lessee can use it. Thereby the lease can be classified as what sir, finance lease. The present value of MLP is how much sir, X, and the fair value of the asset is what sir, Y. See, I don't know, X and Y मतलब क्या बाजू बाजू में है. I will write here, if X is almost equal to Y, I don't know the figures. If the present value of MLP is almost equal to fair value of the asset, then the lease can be classified as what lease? A finance lease. If you say no sir, X and Y are very far values, right, and they are nowhere correlated or nowhere near, then you can classify the lease as what sir? Then you can classify the lease as what sir? Operating lease. If they are very near, it's a finance lease. If they are not very near, it can be classified as what sir? Operating lease. So this completes your question number what sir? 51. जाओ आगे जाओ. Right. Last sum sir. Question number, because 53rd question is repetitive, even 54th question is repetitive, right? So 53, 54 आप लोग कर लेना. The last thing that should be completed is nothing but what sir? Question number 52. This is also very very important question. So there are two bits in this. What do you understand by interest rate implicit on lease? Implied rate of interest के बारे में पूछ रहा है. What is the implied rate of interest? Right now, calculate the, see, interest rate implicit is nothing but what, you know, internal rate of return. To whom? To the lessor. Now what is the internal rate of return? It's a rate at which the present value of cash inflows will match with what's the present value of cash inflows. That's called earning capacity of lease agreement, right? बताऊंगा धीरे धीरे. Calculate the interest rate implicit on lease from the following details, right नाना? क्या क्या दिया है देखो. Annual lease rentals is how much sir? 80,000 at the end of lease term. Okay, super. The lease period is how many years? It's only 5 years. Guaranteed residual value is how much sir? 40,000. Unguaranteed residual value is how much sir? 24,000. Fair value at the inception of lease is how much sir? 3,20,000. Okay. Discount rates are first 5 years. They have given 10% and 14% clear. They have given you discount rates. Now what we need to do? Problem is, interest rate implicit can be understood with trial and error method. Trial and error method apply करना पड़ेगा. What I'll do, I'll copy the question better. इस question को पूरा copy कर लेता हूँ, so that you'll get a better understanding. है ना भाई? Copy कर लेता हूँ question को, ठीक है? I have copied it here. I am pasting it here. Okay. paste. So I got my question here. Carefully I'll read it now. So now, so question number 52 में the first bit is nothing but what you know, find out the interest rate implicit. Interest rate implicit refers to nothing but what, sir? Internal rate of return. It's a rate at which present value of cash inflows will match with what's the present value of cash outflow. Now with this information I need to find out what, sir? IRR. मैं लिख देता हूँ सर, आंसर लिख देता हूँ यहाँ पे. आंसर IRR is that rate of return at which present value of cash inflows will match with what's the present value of cash outflows. Inflows will match with what's our outflows. That's called IRR, right? Okay, super. Now you're doing, see who is earning return in the question? Obviously lessor, right? पैसा कौन कमा रहा है? Lessor ही कमा रहा है ना? तो he is earning. At what rate he is earning is itself is the question, right? So carefully observe. Let me find out present value of a, no, not like this. What we'll do, we'll start differently. Because a trial and error method, na? So this we can ascertain. IRR can be ascertained through trial and error method. Trial and error method. See, examiner has already given a clue that the answer should be somewhere between 10 and 14. So we'll discount the cash flows at 10%, we'll discount the cash flows at 14%, then we'll come to know, right ना? एक बार करके देखते हैं, थोड़ा आराम से करेंगे, there is no जल्दी, थोड़ा छोटा छोटा लिखता हूँ. Year I'll write, sir. Total agreement is for how many years, sir? The total agreement is for 5 years, right? So year 0, 0th year, I'll tell you why. 0, 1 to 5 years, 5th year, again 5th year. I'll tell you why I'm writing. The first 5th year is for guaranteed residual value. The second 5th year is for what, you know? It's for unguaranteed residual value. There is no hurry, aram se. What is the size of cash flows? See how much the investment done by the lessor, you know? The investment done by the lessor is 3,20,000. Sir, how do you know? Because that's the value of the asset at the inception of lease. If I am the lessor, I would have first purchased the asset, then I have given to you. पहले मैंने एसेट खरीदा होगा ना, फिर आपको दिया होगा. जब मैंने खरीदा, कितने में खरीदा? 3,20,000 में खरीदा. I have purchased the asset for what value, sir? 3,20,000. Okay. Is it inflow or outflow for me? It's an outflow for me. That's the outflow, right? So what is the inflow that I am getting, sir, each year? Each year I am getting a rent from you. How much, you know? 80,000 rupees. So कितने का rent आ रहा है? 80,000 rupees का rent आ रहा है. Super. What is the guaranteed residual value at the end of lease term? The guaranteed residual value is 40,000. How much is unguaranteed? 24,000. So I'll write here 40,000 and 24,000. Check कर लो एक बार data properly है 40 and 24, right now? Okay. Now cash flows, see, sorry, not cash flows, I should have written PV factors. PV factors at the rate of what, you know, 10%. They have given a clue to us, na? So at the 1 rupee today is how much, sir? 1 rupee only, right? 1 rupee for first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. 5 years factors they have given. इसका total कितना आता है देख लेता हूँ. It's coming 0.909 plus 0.826 plus 0.751. I'll do from beginning, huh? I missed it. 0.909 plus 0.826 plus 0.751 plus 0.683 plus 0.621. Therefore, first 5 years PV factor का total कितना है? 3.79. Likewise also to me 0.877 plus 0.769 plus 0.675 plus 0.592 plus 0.519. So put together कितना आ रहा है? 3.432. So these are the totals of your PV factors at 10%, at 14%. So let me do it. So first 5 years PV factors at the rate of 10% is how much, sir? 3.79. First year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year का factors के totals हैं. This is also called as annuity in simple terms, right? So fifth year factor is how much, sir? 0.621, 0.621. Therefore, what is the present value of cash flows at the rate of 10%? प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश फ्लोज एट द रेट ऑफ 10%, डिस्काउंट कर रहे हैं डायरेक्टली, राइट ना सर? थोड़ा छोटा छोटा लिखूंगा नहीं तो बस नहीं होगा, इसलिए है ना भाई, थोड़ा छोटा छोटा लिखेंगे। Therefore, present value of cash flows at the rate of what, sir? 10%. I'll do it, no hurry. It's a 3,20,000 for the outflow. It's 80,000 into 3.79. It's 3 lakhs 3,200. ये आउटफ्लो है, इतना का इनफ्लो हो गया। 0.621 into 40,000. It's 24,840. Again 0.621 into 24,000, 14,904. Therefore total करेंगे, therefore how much is the NPV coming? What is NPV? Netting the present values, right now, because this is outflow, these three are nothing but inflows, तो तीनों का NPV फाइंड आउट करते हैं। 303,200 प्लस 24,840 प्लस 14,904 माइनस 3,20,000. So NPV is coming how much, sir? Positive 20,944. मतलब even if you discount the cash flows at 10%, the lessor is making something more than 10 only. 10% डिस्काउंट रेट पे भी कैश फ्लोज अगर पॉजिटिव हैं राइट ना, मतलब द नेट कैश फ्लोज आर पॉजिटिव, ही इज गारंटी अर्निंग मोर देन 10. स्ट्रेट अवे विल टेस्ट एट 14%. PV factors at the rate of what, 14%. I'll change the color better. PV factors at the rate of 14%. 1 rupee today will remain 1 rupee only. तो 5 years के फैक्टर्स का टोटल कितना है? 3.432. एंड 6th ईयर का, सॉरी 5th ईयर का 0.519, 0.519. ओके, देयरफॉर प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश फ्लोज एट 14%. कितना आता है देखते हैं. The same cash flows multiplied with what, sir? 14% rate of interest. So it is how much, sir? This will become 3.2 lakh negative, right now. Next, 80,000 into 0. Not 0. Sorry, it's 3 lakhs na? No. It's 80,000 into 3.432. कितना आ रहा है? 2,74,560. मतलब those 80,000, if I discount to the present value, the total of those 80 is how much, sir? 2,74,560. Very good. 0.519 into 40,000 कितना आ रहा है? It's 20,760. Very good. Again 24,000 into 0.621, not 621, 0.519 into 24,000. It's coming 12,456. Therefore, how much is the NPV coming? This is at 10%. This is NPV at 14%. Let's see it. So it's coming 2,74,560 plus 20,760 plus 12,456 minus 3,20,000. It is becoming 12,224 rupees negative. अब ध्यान से, at 10% NPV is positive, at 14% NPV has become what's a negative. Therefore one thing is very clear, the answer lies somewhere in between, right now. बता देता हूँ आप लोगों को, आगे चल रहा हूँ. Shall I take the next page? Very good. Have a look, sir. At 10% rate of interest, how much is the NPV? The NPV is coming 22,944. 22,944, the two positive. At 14% rate of interest per annum, how much the NPV is coming? The NPV is coming 12,224 negative. 12,224, the two negative. मतलब positive NPV has become a negative NPV with increasing rate of interest, right? So my answer is somewhere more than 10 but less than 14. See, in graph, when you travel from negative to positive, right now, or positive negative, somewhere in between you will find 0 now. So my answer is somewhere between. So what we'll do, we'll just compare this. Therefore, for 4% change in the rate, NPV is fluctuating how much, you know? Minus or minus will become plus. Don't forget. It's 22,944 plus 12,224. It is changing by 35,168. See, with 4% change in rate of interest, the NPV is fluctuating by how much amount? 35,168. डोंट से सर दिस इज रॉन्ग, दिस इज नॉट रॉन्ग. सी अंडरस्टैंड करो तो समझ में आएगा. दिस इज ग्राफ, दिस इज 0, दिस इज 1 2 3 4 5, this is -1 -2 -3 -4. If you jump from -2, if you jump from -2 to 4, now if you observe, you are jumping how many points? You are jumping 6 points. Do you agree? Why 6 points? If a positive figure is becoming negative figure, then the variance is more than that positive and negative, right na sir? So समझ में आ रहा है ना आप तक? So for 4% variation in rate of interest, the NP will vary by how much sir? 35,000. How much variation you want? I want this to become 0. Do you agree? Therefore, for 22,944, how much is the applicable rate? Carefully observe. This is the main principle. Therefore, internal rate of return is how much? It's between 10% to 14%. That I know. That should is there. Therefore, internal rate of return is guaranteed 10% plus. See at 10% you got positive NPV, so it should be 11, 12, 13. I should increase it, right? So increase करते करते क्या होगा? For 4%, if the NPV fluctuates by 35,168, for 22,944 it should fluctuate how much? So I am writing the equation here, that is cross multiplying. Cross multiply करके लिख रहा हूँ, that is 22,944 into 4% by 35,168, that is equal to 10% is guarantee plus I will multiply this. This is 22944 divided by 35,168 into 4. Yes or no? It is coming 2.6096%. Therefore, it should be 12.61%. Therefore, in this question, internal rate of return, that is earnings of lessor, is 12.61% per annum. This is also called as interest rate implicit in the contract. इसको हम लोग क्या बोल सकते हैं सर? इसको हम लोग बोल सकते हैं interest rate implicit in the contract. Am I clear up to here? So थोड़ा हार्ड सम है, I know it, but what to do? एग्जाम के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. So it's a very very important question for exam. Okay? Because indirectly it also tests your financial management concepts. मतलब indirectly accounts का क्लास है पर FM का नॉलेज चल रहा है पूरा. Am I clear sir? So this is your IC answer. You can just have a look once if you want. Yeah, it's 12.61%. We also got the same answer, 12.61%. याद आ रहा है? So 53 question and 54th question, they are same as question number 47. You can complete it by yourself. Am I clear sir? Clear है? Right? So that's all for the questions on AS 19. Right? We'll also see one more standard. What's now? Accounting standard 26. That is the next standard we'll take up now. Right? Thank you.